welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into another Shopmissa new release. Today we're gonna go ahead and talk about these neon gel eyeshadow pots that were just released. We're gonna go ahead and talk about a couple of the most common concerns that I found, like what do you do when it dries out, how do I work with the product, and how do I remove the product, but most importantly, are they worth it for $1? So if you're interested, go ahead and keep on watching. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and start with the color selection. So there's a total of 6 colors. They are promoted as neon. To me, when I look at this color palette, it almost feels like a mix of primary colors with a little bit of a variation. So you have room to create more colors simply adding a white to these. So we have a yellow, which is called Disco. We have an orange, Energetic. We have a hot pink, Dance Fever. We have a red, this is called Ambition. We have a green, Enthusiastic. And last but not least, we have a baby blue, and this is called Optimistic. So overall, I enjoy the name selection. I feel like it aligns very well with the neon vibe of very like happy, energetic, outgoing. I'm gonna use these colors because I want everybody to like look at my amazing work. As far as color range, like I said, there is a total of 6 colors in this collection, but they do have a new metallic line, which we'll talk about, and they do have their regular line, which is made up of 2 launches, but pretty much you do have a wide variety of selection of these gel eyeshadow pots. All right, so let's talk about the website claims. So they claim to be a eyeliner and a shadow. They are supposed to be buttery and workable for whatever you need them. So pretty much you can use them as an eyeshadow base or as an eyeliner for detailed work. So when you first open the product, you will find a silver seal like this. And this is just to assure that it doesn't dry out when it arrives to you. So once you officially peel it off, it is all yours. Seal the cap tightly and you should be good to go. So for the next couple of sections for this video, I wanted to make sure that I answered all the common questions and concerns that I saw throughout the website personally as a makeup user and as an artist. The most common questions were, how do I use this product? What do I do if it dries out? And can I prevent flaking and cracking with a gel product like this? And last but not least, how do I remove this product? It doesn't claim to be waterproof, but I can tell you it has a very nice lasting power. We will talk about that in that order. So let's go ahead and dive into our first common concern. All right, so first thing that we want to answer is, how do I use this type of gel product? So anytime that you have a pot product like this, you have 2 options as far as brushes. They recommend going in with a flat brush to go ahead and saturate your brush, warm it up, and then place it. Why? Because these are promoted to be an actual base or eyeliner. So with these, I found I have already used them 2-3 times. So I use them for the orange that you see right here, and I also use them for the baby blue tutorial that I have on my channel, which I will link up here. But pretty much what I found that the easiest way to work with them, if I want them as a base, is to go in with a flatter, denser brush where I can have more control, saturate it, put it in the back of my hand, and then work with it. I will say that you have not a waterproof product, but it does dry down very quickly and it does have a lot of lasting power. With things like this, you want to make sure that you warm it up. I like to scoop some with my nail, put it in the back of my hand or on a palette, whichever you like. Grab a flat brush like this, work it, warm it in, place it, and tap it in. Now, I will say that because it dries quite quickly, you do have to make sure that wherever you're placing it, you are pretty much setting it there because of the fast working time to get this done. Once you set it in, I found that it was a little bit harder to go into the edges and truly blend. So whatever you're going to do it right there, because you don't have a lot of time to work with. But that's also a positive, because even though it doesn't claim to be waterproof, it does give you a really nice long-lasting base or eyeliner. So this is quite impressive for $1. Number 2, and the most important thing that I feel like everybody was complaining about or concerned about in the comment section, the review section, I did go through a couple things. Usually when I buy a product, I want to either buy it and, for my own thing, or it's very controversial and I'm just like, you know what, let me buy it, let me love it or hate it for myself, right? One of the main things was, what do I do if this product dries out? So what they recommend on their website is to pop it into the microwave for 10 seconds. So as an artist, I have lived and I have learned. So let me share the knowledge with you. Personal recommendation, if you are going to pop this into the microwave, you do need to make sure that you're doing it in intervals. So pretty much they recommend 10 seconds and it's out and you're good to go. What they don't mention, and what I have found to be most effective, is with a brush or a mixing spatula. When you heat it up, make sure that you're mixing it all and heating it all, not just the top layer. So even though you are going to just grab from the top layer, you do want to revive it all together as a unit. So if I am doing the microwave method and 10 seconds pass and I don't see anything happen, how long can I go? I would recommend you don't exceed 30 seconds, just because we don't want to mess with the consistency and the formula of the product. We just want to make sure that it's warmed up, you whip it in, and you're good to go. Option 2, I have again done a little bit of research, and one of the top things that people like to do to revive an old eyeliner or a gel pot like this is pop in some eye drops. Don't create a river, don't do too much. I would say take it one drop at a time, maybe 1 or 2, mix it, see how you feel. The eye drop method is going to create a thicker consistency so that you can have more of a grip when you're working, especially if you're using this as an eyeliner. I know for TikTok and for all social media, a lot of people are using super long brushes where they're swirling it in there and then they're creating this amazing graphic liner. So you do need to make sure that it is nice and warm so that the consistency is easy to grab, twirl, and work. Right? Because you do have a quick drying time, so you need to make sure that you're focusing on warming the product, grabbing what you need, and then getting the work done. All right, number 3, can I prevent flaking and cracking with a product like this? So I did a little bit of research and I've also lived and learned, so let me just share the knowledge with you. One of the top things that you want to consider is, are you using an eye primer? And if you are not using an eye primer and you're using concealer and setting it with a powder, keep in mind that you don't have a lot of working time. So whatever you place, that's where it's gonna stay. So I personally use the concealer method. So I conceal the eye, I put translucent powder, and then I go in. So through the tutorials and the usage of this product on me, I have found warm it up, place it, and you're done. Whatever you're going to perfect or blend, I like to do it with an eyeshadow so that it doesn't move the product and I don't get flakes. So today I did the orange line that you see with the color Energetic. And so pretty much what I like to do with these is I like to scoop some on a palette or the back of my hand, warm it up, and then place it. So once I started to place this orange line, I kind of faded it as much as I could and left it alone. If I start seeing flaking, it's probably because it's already dry and your working time is done. So you can either go in, warm up the product, do another round, or simply walk away and do your work with the eyeshadow. The benefits of using the eyeshadow, if you're using it as a base all over the eye, you're going to seal whatever was placed there. So this is a pretty, not waterproof formula, but very, very long lasting. think you don't need to go in there and set it with an eyeshadow. I prefer to, just to make sure that my makeup does not move, but it's also really nice to create the fade. So I pretty much did the orange line with the gel liner, and then I went in with eyeshadow. I went in around and created the fade. So it allows my product not to move, to have the vibrancy and the durability that I really want from this eyeliner. All right, guys, so let's address the elephant in the room. I feel like a lot of people don't like to talk about eyeshadow or eye waterproof product removal. I feel like most of the time I see a lot of wipes and we like aggressively wipe our eye and we get frustrated because the lipstick's not coming off or the eyeshadow's not coming off. I personally recommend a oil-based remover. I have very dry, sensitive skin, so it's very important for me, especially if I use makeup every day, to have something that's effective but gentle. So I like to go in with an oil-based cleanser, and pretty much this is like pumping oil on your hands or a balm. You can do the first round, wash it off, and then go from there, right? One of the things that I do want to mention from this collection is that anytime that you have a red or a hot pink or anything that is in that family, it is going to stain your eye. Now, using a oil-based makeup remover is going to decrease that possibility of walking around with pink eyelids, but I have used eyeshadows or bases like this, and even though I go in with makeup remover, I still have a light wash of like a peach for the next 1 or 2 days, just depending, and I'm okay with that. So just don't hate on the product that it's stained. It is going to stain. That's just the nature of using these colors. But overall, guys, I feel like these are amazing. Like I said, removal is key, not only application of the product, but you do want to make sure that you are removing it properly because the eye area is such a delicate area that you don't want to just pull with a wipe and then get frustrated because you can't take it off. So those are just my recommendations as a fellow makeup user and sensitive dry skin person. So there you go. Final thoughts, are they worth it? So let's kind of go through a couple of points. First of all, if I'm not going to take the time to kind of figure out how to work with the product and I'm going to get frustrated easily, then this type of product is not for you. You need to make sure that you know how to use it and that you're willing to take the time to warm it up, place it, and know how to work with the product so that you can have the maximum results, the maximum vibrancy and amazingness that these offer. But for $1, guys, if I just pick up the whole collection, that is $6, and I have endless possibilities of amazing bases, amazing eyeliners, and like I said, throw in some white in the mix and you can create so many other custom shades. I definitely say I recommend these. They have, like I said, several other lines that we will talk about, but this line in particular, I feel like it's fun, it's trending, and I would definitely recommend that you pick up the whole collection and tell me how you love them in the comments. So I feel like Shopmissa is opening itself to new trending makeup items. I feel like they're doing a great job of embracing colors, consistencies, and formulas that are just amazing for $1. So I will try to do my best to give you the latest scoop of all of their releases with shadow swatches, with actual tips and tricks, because I like to use the product, figure out what could be the problem, and how to overcome it. So as an artist, we're always learning, we're always expanding, and we always want to make sure that we're using products properly to get the maximum results. And that's what I'm here for you, to share my knowledge with you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media platforms at MUA Carla Trevino, where I share with you makeup tips and tricks, lifestyle and fashion, because we always want to look good on a budget. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.